So I'm pushing in and up. I'm not kind of coming straight up. We have a video about that, how that little ribbon of clay comes off. So I'm pushing in and up, and I'm not in a rush. I think I need more water. I'm going to ease my pressure. Yeah, my clay is really dry. I think I'm going to use my sponge. Now I'm going to make that notch again. Sometimes when there's a lot of drag, I just get my sponge. Pushing with my fingers still through the sponge, and then I'm lifting. Yeah, this is much better. My inside hand is supporting, but it's not pushing out a lot. If you push out a lot, then you end up with a bowl. So after this pull, we will measure. But do you notice how slow and deliberate that was? I did not rush through the pull. The biggest thing that I notice when people don't get tall enough cylinders is they spend hardly any time right here, but they spend a lot of time right here, and you want to flip that. You want to spend a lot of time here and less time here. So it's almost 5.5, so I've got another inch to go. Now, one thing to keep in mind is you might start out with 6, so I'm still going to do a gather. So you might start out with 6 inches tall, but once you shape it, if your shape gets wider, it does shrink down shorter. And if you can only get 6 inches tall, if you have a thick wall, then don't worry about it. You can just trim that thick wall down at leather hard. Like, we just have to work within our own skill sets, and then as we get better at throwing, you'll need less and less clay. All right, so this is definitely taller than 6 inches, but I also, with that pull, I went very gradual. I think social media is wonderful, but with all of these sped up videos out there, people don't realize just how slow potters are going. All right, so this is actually 7, so I don't know if you can see that. So that's 7 inches on my shrink ruler. This is 12%. So I'm gonna really quickly add a little bit of shape in it, and I want you to see how it shrinks down. Okay, so I went ahead and shaped this into a bellied form, and we have other videos on it, which is why we are editing that part out so that this video will be short enough. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look how tall this is now. This is where the 6-inch mark is. So it lost a whole inch. Yeah, that's at 6 inches. So remember, it was 7 inches before, and because I added this belly, it became shorter. So the best time, like if you're trying to make a cylinder that's gonna be 6 inches when it's finished, you don't wanna cut that rim until after you're finished shaping, because you might find yourself losing that height. And then if your walls are too thick, when it's come time for trimming, just trim that clay away.